Hello, it's Yeshio. Welcome back to my channel, where today we're going to be talking about the upcoming Uncharted movie you've probably heard about. I'm just going to get this out of the way right off the bat. I don't think it's going to be that good. Now, before everyone goes nuts cursing me out in the comments section, let me just clarify that I really hope I'm wrong about this. I guarantee you, I want this movie to be good even more than you do. Uncharted is my favorite video game franchise. I grew up playing these games. I played Uncharted 1 for the first time 3 years ago, and I've played every other game in the series since. Except for the one on the PS Vita, because, be honest, you didn't even know that one existed until I brought it up. So why exactly do I think the new Uncharted movie is kinda gonna be a flop? Well, the first problem here is the casting. A lot of people are quick to point out that Tom Holland should not be playing Nathan Drake. And they are right. He's way too old to be young Nathan Drake, and he's way too young to be old Nathan Drake. So what's going on here? But here's the thing, guys. If you focus on how Nathan Drake was miscast, then you kind of ignore the giant gaping problem, which is Victor Sullivan. I am convinced that whoever made the decision to cast Mark Wahlberg as Sully has never played a single Uncharted game in his or her life. I mean, maybe they played Lost Legacy because he wasn't in that one, but still, you get what I mean. Why they decided to make Sully clean-shaven will be a mystery that will haunt me until the end of my days. Are fake mustaches really that difficult to come by? Sully's mustache is a core part of his character. Nate even comments about it in the journal in Uncharted 2. Not to mention the fact that he's not smoking a cigar in a single shot of this trailer, another thing he's known for. And if you're just gonna say, oh, well, this movie takes place before the first game, so Sully just didn't have his mustache yet. Let me just point out that Sully has always had a mustache. He was probably born with one. And neither of these characters act like themselves either. Tom Holland still has the Spider-Man sidekick energy rather than Nathan Drake's quippy and goofy attitude, and Mark Wahlberg is like...
You know your history? 5 billion easy. Don't touch your ear like that, you look like an idiot.
I don't really know what he is. He's just kinda... a guy? I think now is a good time to bring up another Uncharted movie spin-off, the Uncharted fan film starring Nathan Fillion. Yeah, it's just a fan film released for free on YouTube, but that's the difference. The people who worked on this video were fans of Uncharted. I'm pretty sure that most of the people working on the official Sony movie have not played a single game. And yeah, you're never gonna get a cast that's completely accurate to the source material. I mean, Nathan Drake is a computer-generated person. There's no way you can find a real human who looks exactly like him. But if I were to show you out-of-context pictures of these actors and I didn't tell you what movie they were from, you would still have like a 90% chance of correctly guessing which characters they were portraying. And it's not just the looks either. The writers of this thing clearly know how Uncharted dialogue works.
Hey, check it out. Marco.
Really?
Come on.
No.
Marco.
Hello.
Whoa, wait. I don't want to micromanage this thing, but I think you're supposed to be asking questions in between the punching. I hear there are many men who would pay a great deal to spend some time alone with you. Awkward.
Compare that to,
A little young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
A little tall for an egg, aren't you?
There's literally a cutscene in Drake's Deception that shows Nate and Sully meeting for the first time in a restaurant. Are you really telling me that no one working on this shot thought to take anything from that scene as inspiration? Now, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe these things are in the movie and they just didn't include them in the trailer for some reason. Fine. But the fact that they didn't think any of this stuff was necessary to show us just shows me that they don't really understand these characters at all. They put these iconic scenes of Nate hanging from the plane over the Rubok Holly, and they throw Sam's name around a few times, but if you favor that over actual plot and characterization, then it's just fan service. And fan service doesn't necessarily make a movie good at all. But you know what, guys? I don't even know why I'm mentioning this. Because there's actually a much bigger character issue than Nate or Sully at play here. When I first started working on this video, I was all set to complain about how they neglected to show a single scene of Elena in the entire thing. She's debatably the second most important character in the entire series. She's the first one we're introduced to in the very first game. She's kind of a big deal. Only a really incompetent studio would leave her out of the trailer, right? And then I looked up the cast for the movie. And apparently, she's not in it. But don't worry, guys, it's okay. Because who cares about Elena when we have a way cooler female character for this movie in Chloe Frazier? To be honest, when I first saw this, I legitimately thought this person was Nadine Ross. Because in Uncharted 4, when we're introduced to her, we find out she used to work with Sully, and then later on the game, she turns her back on Rafe, reflecting this line from the trailer.
You have no idea who you partnered with.
And yeah, Chloe betrays Nate like 4 times in Uncharted 2, but her attitude's usually a little more chill than it is here. In Lost Legacy, she makes a great protagonist, because she's a sarcastic thief who's always is ticking off the serious military general she's partnered with. She's not supposed to be the one who's fed up and aggravated at everything. Now again, maybe this stuff is only a problem for the trailer. But then the question becomes, why put this stuff in the trailer in the first place? But now it's time to bring up another movie comparison, because what are the odds this isn't the only video game movie being made right now that stars a poorly cast Avenger as the main character?
It's me, a Mario.
The Mario movie, believe it or not, actually stands a chance at being good. And that's for the simple reason that you can't really ruin a plot or a character when neither of those things really exist in the Mario universe. Can you name a single character trait of Princess Pringles? I don't mean something like she likes pink or she enjoys taking her kidnappers golfing. I mean something about her motivations or passions or, you know, her character. I understand that to some degree you can recognize character traits in the Mario world, but for the most part the plot is just nice guy saves princess from bad turtle man. You can't really mess that up at all. If Luigi cracks jokes the whole time like he did in the cartoon, or if Peach turns out to be kind of obnoxious and smug like Princess Leia in A New Hope, it can't really hurt the movie that much because we don't know enough about how these characters actually act to question it. My main problem with the Uncharted movie is that the characters play a large part in what makes the series so fun and interesting, and their personalities are kind of being diluted here. Let's be honest, no one plays Mario because they like Mario. Sure, everyone likes his cool moves and his design, but no one is buying the games because they like his character. That's because he doesn't have one. He's just a piece of cardboard. Sometimes literally. And honestly, that's fine with me. Most games out there tend to favor cool gameplay and interesting mechanics over character development and plot arcs. Heck, the original Mario Bros. Didn't even have an opening cutscene. You had to read the instruction manual just to figure out the main character's name. So if the movie makes up a completely different backstory for our main characters, it literally won't change a single thing. But if you change the characterization in the Uncharted movies, everyone who's played the games is gonna notice and get mad. And everyone who hasn't won't understand what's so great about Nathan Drake. If you're gonna make an Uncharted movie that doesn't feature accurate characters from Uncharted, then just make a different movie. Seriously, if they just announced a generic action movie about Tom Holland, I would totally be down with that. But if you attach the name Uncharted to an otherwise unrelated movie and then it goes downhill because fans are disappointed, then no one's ever gonna want to try again and we'll never get an actually good one. And that's awful, because as we've previously stated, a film based on the series could actually be really awesome. So what's the final verdict here? Is the Uncharted movie gonna be good? No, probably not. But is the Mario movie gonna be good? Nah, probably not either. That being said, I will be seeing both of these movies the instant I get the chance, so if anyone wants to see a follow-up video to this one, let me know, and I'll see if I can squeeze one in someday. I know this was a different format from the normal way I do videos, but I'm trying something new, so hopefully it paid off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, faithful members of the Yesh Army!